Hey, it's Tara with Reiki on the Run. I am here at the park with my kids and I have all this time, so I'm just pounding out some videos. So, finally got above 60 again. Brr! I know. A lot of you might think I'm a wimp, but I do live in Florida for a reason. So today, anyway, I wanted to talk about my single most piece of advice, word of advice, I don't know if there's any good way to put it, but you know, as you guys have sessions with me and for whatever reason, a lot of relationship stuff, but I feel like everything, as much as I love receiving your hard-earned money, I feel like I could just give you this one piece of advice and it would change everything in your world, and that is to reach for a better feeling thought. And, you know, I'll kind of explain that. Hopefully you realize that we live in a vibrational universe. Everything is energy, everything vibrates. And the experiences we have are a result of the vibration that we are at. And so no matter what situation you're at, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what, if you're talking jobs, relationships, anything, if you raise your dominant vibration, which is, you know, what you're normally at, and what usually controls our dominant vibration, if we're not realizing that we're creating a reality, that we're in charge of it, it's usually in line with what we see. You know, like if I'm in a shitty marriage and that's what I see and that's what my dominant vibration is going to be in. And it's not until you realize that what you emit, what vibration you emit, controls what you get. What, you know, like attracts like, law of attraction, like attracts like. So whatever I am is going to attract what I get. And so that's, you know, it's hard to get out of, because you know, this is what I see, this is my reality, this is in front of me. Yeah, that's what my vibration's going to be. I'm in a shitty marriage, I'm going to be a shitty person. But when you realize that you have control of that, the best thing you can possibly do in any situation is to find a better feeling thought. No matter what you're doing at any time, during any day, even if you're having good thoughts, raise it up, raise it up. You know, if you're at work, you hate your job, if the only thing you like about your job is that it pays the bills, if that's all you can muster up, then think about that. Continually thinking about the things that you don't like are going to continually give you those things you don't like. So if you're in home that you don't like, you know, I was in an apartment for a while. It was an apartment from hell. It was, we had termites falling in our food. I mean, I would make the boys dinner and termites would fall in the food. That's how many there were. And we couldn't even eat dinner without them falling. There was so many. And my landlord was, he's an ex-attorney and CPA, a slumlord. And he was horrible, horrible. Didn't want to fix stuff, was mean as hell. I had drug addicts living in one of the apartments, and they would start projects at 2 a.m. It sounded like they were jackhammering. It was nuts. They were selling meth outside the door. And this is a beautiful place, an expensive place on the beach, and it was just madness. And so I had to find a way to find something that I enjoyed or liked about my place if I wanted to get into a better place, because if I kept focusing on that stuff, I would keep focusing on living in a shitty place, and then I would keep living in a shitty place. So I had to find a way. So all I could find, you know, was on the water, and I was a block from the beach. So and it was a spacious place. It was open, big open plan, which I loved. And so I just focused on those things. And I would tell myself all the time, oh man, I love how open it is. I love living on the water. I love that I can walk to the beach. And I had to focus on those things. And that's what you have to do. You have to reach for the better thought. I couldn't sit there and think, oh my God, the termites, they suck. Because it's just going to bring more of that thing. You know, what you focus on grows. So always, at any moment that you think of it, shift your talk, shift your thinking, reach for the higher thought. And like I said, no matter what, even if you're in a good mood and everything's great, as often as you can, reach for that higher thought. You know, if the only thing that you like about your house is that it has a roof, then bless that roof. Think about that roof. Focus on that roof. Focus on that good thing, because then your dominant vibration will change, which means the things that you attract will change. it will start changing. You'll get those things that you want, but as long as you're staring at your reality, and that's, you know, what you continually vibrate, what you continually emit is that lack, that yuck, that hatred, that discord. That's what you're going to keep getting. You have to find things to be harmonious about, you know. I always say raising your vibe, and it's funny, I went to this sound therapy class and we had a discussion about it, and it made a lot of sense. It's not really raising, it's not an up down thing. If you and I'll probably still say raise your vibe because it just sounds good, and people get it, you know, but really it's just two sides of a stick, right? Everything has two ends, and this end is discord and this end is harmony. And it doesn't mean any is less than or better. It just is. It's just an experience. So you can have a home and you can be on the discord end and be miserable about everything, or you can move towards harmony, raise your vibe, and find the harmonious things. Find that, oh, I'm so glad I have a roof. I love this roof. You know, you just have to become harmonious with your thing. Whatever it is, if it's your job, if it's just paying the bills, be grateful as often as you can. Reach for that higher thought. If you're negative, if you're thinking, oh, this sucks, whatever this is, just find, and great, if you can find an even better thought than I love that I have a roof, great, and it gets easier and it gets better with time. But I do feel like everyone that has a session with me, if they could just learn to reach for the higher thought at any given time, that would change their world. It does. It completely does. It's changed mine, and it absolutely can change yours. So I hope this helped, and have a good one. Namaste.